Welcome back, 9:30 on this Monday. It's President's Day. Maybe you were home from work or school and hanging out with us, and we love that. So we want you to weigh in as well. Just go to WBTV.com/vote to answer some questions we'll ask you at the bottom of your screen. We got lots more to talk about this morning, Kristen.
Yes, in fact, this one, I know so many of you are going to be interested in this. It hasn't been too cold this winter, but the cooler temperatures and the wind that we get, it's usually this time of year and really all winter long. It takes a toll on our skin, especially our lips. And sometimes it feels like no matter how much lip balm you put on, your lips are still dry and chapped. Well, Dr. Ashley Chandler is here with us. She's with the Skin Center by Charlotte Plastic Surgery, and she's going to help us through chapped lips today. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning.
I'm so glad to have you here. I hate chapped lips so much. I feel very fortunate they didn't get too bad this year, but in a typical winter, why do lips get so chapped?
So in the winter, it's drier outside, right? We have less humidity, so we just have less moisture in general to moisturize our lips. Also inside, what do? We crank up the heat. And so not only is it dry, we're making it drier by turning on the heat. And so it just leads to dry lips.
Is it because the skin on our lips is so much more sensitive or that it gets chapped as opposed to our faces or something like that?
The skin on our lips is different. So on your face, you have oil or sebum glands, but on our lips, we don't have those. So we really have to stay hydrated and apply things to help it.
Are some people more prone to chapped lips than others, or is it just we're all kind of could fall victim?
I think some people are a little more prone, but we all fall victim just based on the environment we live in.
You hear people say all the time, I'm addicted to my whatever their lip balm of choice is, right? Talk me through what we should be doing to protect our lips, or if they get chapped, what we can do to relieve the chappedness.
So just like the rest of our skin, it's a good idea to exfoliate, so we remove that dead skin.
How often should we do that?
Probably about once a week in the winter.
Okay.
So you can use a light exfoliating polish. You don't want to scrub or rub really hard because that skin is so tender.
Yeah.
But a light polish, I use one of ours that I love. I keep it in the shower, and so a light scrub, it's not super abrasive.
That's smart to keep it in the shower because that's what I don't keep mine in the shower, and then I'm like, oh, well, it's too late and I got to wash my face and da-da-da-da-da.
Right, so it's right there for me on my shelf to look at.
Brilliant.
Then you want to coat them with a moisturizer.
Yes.
Especially before bed. So the last thing I do before bed, I have some in my drawer, I have some next to my bed, is I put on some chapstick or lip gloss before I go to bed just to keep the moisture sealed in.
Okay.
You can also run a humidifier in your bedroom just to keep some more moisture in the air. The other thing people never remember to do is actually you need to look for a chapstick that has an SPF in it, right? We all are pretty good now about applying SPF. It's in our moisturizer, it's in our makeup.
Yep.
We forget our lips. So that's an important thing to do too.
All right, let's talk about the ingredients that people need to look for the lip stuff that they buy and don't buy, because there are some ingredients in some things that are almost making it worse, right?
Right. So I think a lot of us like things that are minty or fresh for our lips, and actually peppermint oil can be very drying.
Oh man.
So we need to avoid things basically that would be eucalyptus, peppermint, camphor, things like that. Like when you think of having a cold and that chest rub we've all used.
Yeah.
Those things are all actually drying, so you want to avoid them.
Okay.
We talk about HA5, so hyaluronic acid things. We have a lot of those products. Great for our skin because they pull in water and they pull in moisture.
Yeah.
On our lips, it's okay to use those, but then we want to also have a barrier over it. Otherwise, they're going to pull kind of moisture away.
Okay.
So you do want to have something that's occlusive, almost like an Aquaphor, a Vaseline base, so that you don't lose that moisture.
Okay.
So avoiding drying things like peppermint and stuff like that. So if you had a choice between like a fruity lip balm and a minty lip balm, maybe go with the fruity one.
Okay.
Shea butter is probably one of the best ingredients.
Really?
So when you're looking at chapstick, lipsticks, lip glosses, look for that shea butter. It's probably one of the most moisturizing things we can have for lip products.
Someone told me once, watch out for alcohols in your lip balms.
Correct.
How do you spot those? Because sometimes they're under like crazy weird names that nobody would know.
Yeah, they are. So I guess you just kind of have to read, and I go to Google a lot, like, what is this that I'm putting on if I don't know what it is? Because you're right, they're all named after their chemical compounds, and it's pretty confusing and complex even to people that use them every day.
And is it when that happens, when you hear people say, I'm addicted to my lip stuff, like, is that because it's continually drying out your lips so you have to reapply?
They may be using the wrong product that is actually drying their lips, or it may just be a habit that they love to have it on their lips, and it's probably a healthier habit than other
some things.
Right.
That's true. Well, all of this information we'll put on our website as well, along with some additional info, just in case you have more questions. There's all the information right there on your screen. Website, give them a follow on Instagram and Facebook as well. Always putting out great info there. Doctor, thank you so much for coming to see us. We appreciate it.
Me.
Oh man, Mary, chapped lips are the worst.
Yes, but we are educated now. We know what